I think like the day, if I could build in my past the best average day or the best day, what that daily routine looked like, I would be like, I think it's simple. I think you should wake up and exercise. It's like, just do them in order: health, wealth, love, happiness. So like health, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was at his house and I was like, can I interview you? In his kitchen. He smokes cigars in his kitchen. Pretty funny. Sitting here smoking a cigar is like right in the kitchen. I'm like, okay. And I said, what's your daily routine? He's like, I wake up at 4 to 5. I feed my brain, get my brain health. So he reads for an hour. And he's like, 5, I get on my bicycle and I ride to Gold's Gym and I work out and I come back at 7, I eat breakfast, and then 8, I start working. I was thinking, that's a hard schedule to beat. I don't think you have to wake up at 4. I've tried the thing where you wake up crazy early. I think it's genetic. I think some people are more night owls because I did experiment for like a year where I woke up at 3. I would wake up at 3:30 and I wanted everybody in the office, my leaders, there at 4, and we'd do a leader meeting.
Oh my God. How was that? Did you notice any difference in productivity?
No, probably worse.
Really?
That's what, now when I was on.
How long did you do that for?
Until everybody like burnt out. All the leaders are like, I'm not going to do this, man, because they were having to like drive in, get up at 2:45 and stuff. So, but the general gist is wake up. What I try to do is like wake up on my best days. Wake up. I read right away. I think iBooks is the most underrated app in the world is iBooks. On my phone, I've got so many good books. It's literally insane. So here's my library. You can just see like, and I have audiobooks too.
Oh, you do audiobooks
Both.
or read? Okay.
But like when I wake up, here's this new book on Elon Musk, Power Play, great book. Here's Miss Jane Pittman, story of, she was
reading on Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah, and that was The Gospel of Wealth. This is the autobiography of Charles Darwin. I think the best thing to read is textbooks and autobiographies or biographies. I've got Ishi, that was the last Native American in America. Sun Tzu's The Art of War. This is a book by a rock star. This is the book I read. This Michael Gross is the story of like supermodels. I'm the second largest owner of Wilhelmina Models, which is the biggest model company. I read Contagious, which is a psychology book.
Do you have like a list of like where you log all of the books that you're reading?
Yeah, tailopez.com/books. I have this free one. I'm not selling anything there. But I've got 659 books. I've read only 176. So I just like when I'm on a flight. So I think the best thing is what Arnold said. Wake up, read or audiobooks just a little bit. Then some form of low intensity cardio. He does a bicycle. Takes him about 30 minutes to get to gym. I walk. So like when I'm in Puerto Rico, my gym is exactly about 1.5 miles. I walk there, low intensity, walk back. I try to get to 20,000 steps a day. There's some new science that you really should try. Men were built to walk about 22,000 steps, which is 10 miles. And if you look at like hunter-gatherers, there's a new book called Exercise by this Daniel Lieberman, who's a paleoanthropologist. He studies your bone structure. He's at Harvard, and he's studied women on average walk about a little bit less, 7 miles a day. So little reading for the brain, health of the brain, even if it's just a page, like it cleanses the mind. It's like, I always said, like, especially if you read somebody, you brought up Socrates, read something classic. It's almost like mental hygiene. It's like soap. You get to wash off all the TikTok, like all the stupid stuff. It's like you read like Civilization is Discontent, which may be the most compact book of value in the last 1,000 years. That's like Sigmund Freud. There's the second chapter. I probably read it 300 times. So maybe read that, then walk, then hit the gym. So you've done health, then go make money. I think in an ideal world, I think the 4-hour work week is too weirdly low. Like working 4 hours a week, I think you'll lose meaning. Humans built to work a little bit, So I think like 4 hours a day is a better goal. So 4 or 5 hours a day of work, and then so it's health, wealth. So now you knocked the health out, you knocked the wealth out. Now love, friends, family, romance. Like evenings, when I was at my favorite time in my life, evenings was like come about 6 or 7 o'clock. It's like going out with friends, dinner, comedy club, movie, restaurant, and just like for a long time, like 3-4 hours. And I would incorporate my dating life. Like I rarely would go on one-on-one dates. Adrian, how often would I do one-on-one dates? Like never, especially first dates. I'm like, never. You get stuck with somebody. It's like, oh man. I'd be like, hey, I'm out with like 15 people. Come meet me. So much better. So you got health, wealth, love. Yeah. Then you get home and you go to bed happy because happy. I always say, so in the 4 pillars, I say health is the necessity of the good life. Okay. Wealth is the indispensable of the good life. Like, even if you don't like money, you're going to have it because you don't make your own clothing or build your own home or, mine your own coal to heat the house. Love is the purpose of life. Even if you're not a romantic person and you talk to Dr. Buss, he's like, everything's mating. Like, humans are built around mating, right? Evolution. Love. And then happiness is the culmination of the good life. If you've done the first 3 pillars, it's what Michael Jordan says. He goes, you don't strive for greatness. You do all the right things, and then it's bestowed upon you. That's how he looked at winning 6 rings as an NBA basketball champion. So to me, it's like the last pillar you cannot chase. It's like a cat. If you want to pet a cat, it doesn't want you to pet it. But when you do everything else right, it comes up to you.
Yep.